Hello. Today, a little more about pearls, I think. So I decided to put on 3 strands of these really big pearls. That the white ones we call South Sea, the yellow ones you call golden, and the black ones you call Tahitian, which is funny because they're not actually harvested in Tahiti. Tahiti's just the traditional like trading place for them. So what's the big deal about these pearls? Well, the oysters that they come out of are actually huge. The color on these is always natural, I think almost always. They take longer to harvest, so they take longer to grow than a koya, which is like the Japanese, a little smaller pearl. Way longer to grow than freshwater, which grows super fast and like tons bigger quantity. So you get these pearls, they take patience, and then on top of it, it takes a lot of work to match the color. So white pearls come in different shades. Black pearls come in a ton of different colors, and that's kind of one of the things I wanted to show you. So for example, these earrings I have, I don't know if you can see this, are much darker in color. I don't know if you can really see it, but I'm trying here. And you compare them to something like this. These are both considered black pearls, but these are very soft, like a dove gray, and these are almost black like coal. They're much darker. So when you're buying pearls of this sort, you kind of need to see them in person. It's very difficult to color match. You need to actually see it together, make sure you're in the right kind of zone, because if not, if you wear this with this, it's not that it looks bad, but it's not the same thing. So you need to be really thoughtful. The other thing about these pearls is that sometimes they are Baroque, like this guy, and this is actually a huge pearl. I'm gonna measure them for you so you can see, but when you measure, you do it like this, right? Because you don't want to poke or scratch the pearl. So, well, that was good. This one is almost 19 millimeters by like 24. That's huge. These pearls normally go from anything over 10 all the way up to close to 20 if you're lucky, but this guy's really big. He's like a crazy looking egg of a black pearl. I also have the spider. Isn't he cool? So they took, somebody very creative, took the pearl and made a piece out of it. So he's a brooch. But it's the whimsy that you can find with pearls is that they don't always have to be strung in this kind of traditional way. They're used for a long time in the body of pieces. There's a really famous designer called Ruser in the 50s and 60s that he did beautiful pins and pieces out of freshwater pearls, extremely creative. But there are other designers that do similar, and this is a good example of somebody kind of thinking outside the box and repurposing. And I want to go back to showing you these, because in these you can really see the different shades of black mixed with the gold, mixed with some white. This is the least expensive to produce because it's the easiest. You're not so tied to the color being exactly the same. You're kind of trying to have like a harmonious theme, but it doesn't have to be strictly the same. When you're looking at pearls and doing something like this, that they all have to match, it's really laborious. You have to go through tons to find the same quality. The other thing about black pearls that I love, and I think you can see it on this strand, I hope, is that they have something called Orient. So luster is one thing on pearls, which is like the shine, and you can actually measure it. Orient is the rainbow effect. So it's like the oil slick on the pearl, and you get pinks and blues and greens, and I don't know if you can see it on these, but you get these like wonderful shades that come out of the pearl. Last bit on pearls, you have to take care of them. You have to be nice to them. You have to love them. So you treat them like you would a silk blouse, if anybody even still knows what I mean when I say that, but no hairspray, no perfume. You put them on last. If you treat pearls nicely, they will last forever. If you are mean to them, they will deteriorate before your eyes, and it's sad because these things are fabulous. They're from the ocean. They've been revered by kings and queens for centuries and centuries and centuries, more than diamonds, more than anything else. So much to be appreciated.